What is good, everybody? It's your boy Nick, who's back again with another YouTube video. And I'm in a really good mood today because NBA 2K followed your boy on TikTok. Shout out to them. I'm in a really good mood because of that today. But in today's video, we got another NBA 2K20 discussion video and NBA 2K21 discussion video too. I'm gonna be talking about positions in this game and why positions don't really matter in 2K20 and why positions aren't really even a thing as a whole. I mean, obviously in 2K and the NBA, they do have set positions, but like nowadays in both real life and in 2K, it's not like positions matter anymore. I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. Positions do not matter, and that may be because of the my player build system this year and how it works. But I don't know, man. Let's dive right into it. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into the juiciness, um, let's go into why positions don't really matter in this game to begin with, like at all. Um, and some of that might have to do with the player build system and the gameplay, and it affected all of it this year. So let me go over some patches that happened at the beginning of the year that really affected the reason why positions don't matter in this game, okay? So around September when the game first came out, I'm not gonna lie, I was having a lot of fun. Me and my brother and my squad, we were winning tons of games. We were having fun, like I'm not even gonna lie. I thought it had the potential to be one of the greatest games ever, but they did a couple patches that both broke and helped the game, okay? The first patch really, was the brick wall and iron wall combo. You know, and this is gonna reference like inside glass locks mostly, and you know, the two-way finishers, the pure lock builds. Basically, if you had the pure red pie chart as your first build, you know, at the beginning of the year, brick wall screens, like all you needed was Hall of Fame brick wall and iron wall, the park badge, and you were set. Like the person was falling to the ground. So 2K patched that, which I think that was a good thing. Okay, um, I'm not personally a fan of the screens that knock you down to the floor. So I'm actually glad that 2K took that out, if we're being honest. Another patch they did is they made 7-3 centers stop moving at the speed of point guards, which this is good. This is a good thing because, again, if you were a pure lock or any pure red pie chart build at the beginning of the year, you know what I'm talking about. When I say chase down blocks were common, bro. If you had the pure red pie chart, you were getting chase downs left and right. And then 2K patched those. They sort of patched defense a little bit. So, yeah, man, those were some patches that really affected the game, okay? Because they made 7-3 centers useless. Like, if you still have a 7-3 center, like, I understand to an extent maybe in rec center, but in park, you better not have a 7-3 because they're slow as hell. And you see what else happened when the 7-3 Big's speed got patched. It made builds like speed boosting forwards and speed boosting center builds become the norm, okay? It made those builds more overpowered, okay? Because, you know, at the beginning of the year, people were using traditional big men, and in 2K20, traditional big men are the builds as followed: an interior force, a shooting or inside glass cleaning lockdown, a paint beast, glass cleaner, the stretch glass cleaner, or the paint defender. Those are some examples of traditional big man build that actually are fair to use at the center and power forward positions. But then we got these things that I call the speed boosting big man builds. Some examples of those, man. There's a stretch playmaker. There's the playmaking glass cleaner. There's the two-way post playmaker. There's the post playmaker. Like there's a two-way slashing playmaker power forward. Like, these builds that I just named aren't traditional big man builds. These are just speed boosting cheesy builds that you can make at the power forward and center positions. Like, and it's really crazy in my opinion. Alright, so let's move on to the second point I have as to why positions don't matter in this game anymore. Another big reason is because the guard builds in this game, all the guard builds get all the benefits, okay? Point guards and shooting guards, man, they get all the good stuff, man. I'm telling you, making a small forward through a center in this game, small forward, power forward, center, making those is kind of a disadvantage in this game. But you might as well make a tall shooting guard or a tall point guard like you're seeing in this gameplay right here. This is my 94 overall two-way finisher pure lock point guard, and he has all the defensive badges, the same defensive attributes as a center, except this guy is 95 speed, 95 vert, and 88 acceleration, and that's like 90 times better than a slow-ass 7-foot glass lock. And it's even faster than my small forward two-way finisher. So, and it's really cheesy, but I made it because speed is everything in this game. Speed is the most important attribute. Um, but that doesn't excuse positions for being meaningless in 2K. That should never be the case. There should be pros and cons at every position, in my opinion. And the thing is, the reason point guards are so overpowered this year is because last year point guards were getting manhandled, and people were requesting, like popular point guards in the community, they were requesting that point guards receive a buff, and rightfully so, because last year was the famous three big man lineup, where basically stretch bigs, lockdowns, and post scores ran the game, and if you weren't any of those three builds that I just named, you were at a disadvantage. And the best point guard build in 2K19 was a play sharp, and even though that was the best guard build, you were at a major disadvantage if you had that build and you were going up against a 3-stretch big lineup or 2 stretches in a glass or whatever the best big man lineup was. So people asked for a buff, and we definitely did get a buff for point guards this year. In fact, I think they went a little too far. Once again, point guards get all the attributes, they get all the badges, they get everything, they get all the benefits, while the other positions are just meh. And if you disagree with me, let me prove my point, okay? I made a pure playmaker for experimental purposes. Don't really plan on using him in the park, but I made him, and he gets 11 finishing, 12 shooting, 27 playmaking, and 11 defensive badges. That is so all around. The variety of badges in there is amazing. Now, go make a pure playmaker at the small forward position, and look at the badges you get there and the attributes. Okay, first off, you go above 6'7", you lose your speed boosting ability. That's pretty trash. And then on top of that, the small forward, pure point forward, doesn't get double-digit badges in every category. It's crazy, man. That's why it's unbalanced, okay? What I just told you right there is proof that they treated guards better than the taller versions of builds and taller positions, okay? And why 2K this year, and it's been like this for about 2-3 years, why when you go shorter does your dunking rating go up? Like 6'2" BP builds, they be dunking on everybody, and then there's Paint Beast and then there's Inside Glass Locks, Interior Forces, and they all can't dunk like a 6'2" BP build can. Like, what is that? Like, it's just crazy. Like, a center should not be struggling, especially a 7-footer shouldn't be struggling, while a 6'2" point guard is getting perfect dunk attempts and just getting all the contact dunks in the world. It hurts big men in the long run, and that's another reason why big men, like, aren't really needed in this game. Like, it's a shame, to be honest. Alright, next up, let's talk about small forwards. I think 2K broke small forwards this year. The only two small forwards that are usable is the two-way finisher, and the rebounding wing, and the point forward. You need to have it 6'7" and minimum wingspan to be effective. I believe that the point forward is that build that should be able to speed boost regardless of height and wingspan. I don't know how anyone else feels, but that's just my opinion on it. Point forward should be able to speed boost, in my opinion, at any height, but that's my opinion. Some of the best small forwards in the league are actually the best players all around in the league, like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. There's so many examples, and that small forward is that position that can do a little bit of everything. It can do point guard things like dribble, defend, shoot, finish, but then it can also do some big man things like defending the post, finishing in the post, scoring in the post, and rebounding if it needs to. Stuff like that, man. So, small forwards need to be fixed, and positions should matter. Do you guys agree with me? Let me know. Do y'all think positions should matter in 2K21? Let me know your opinions. It's been your boy, Nick Ruiz. I love you all. It's been your boy. Like, comment, and sub if you're new. You know the drill. Holla at your boy. Peace.